The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am super fucking marvelous.
Sitting on the sofa. And I am not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling fine, like refined wine. As always, good. Yourself?
Better. Healing.
Yeah.
Got my COVID antibodies pumping in.
All right. Okay.
Second dose in the building.
Second dose in the building.
I'm ready to go to Florida.
All right. You're going to party it up.
I'm ready to go to Atlanta for the All-Star game so I can survive.
Right. So you got the passport and everything? You got the official stamps?
Yeah, so they email you something too, right? The government emails you a pass for you to keep like on record and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they physically give you something and stuff as well to stash. So I just kind of took my paperwork and folded up and put in my passport.
Right.
So I'm ready to go.
Dope.
I'm good to go.
Dope.
I don't want nobody. Hopefully they don't have the variants, the UKs, the South Africans.
Yeah.
It's
always
the
the
under the
variants.
rock variants.
It's always the variants that catch you.
I don't want those ones and stuff to kind of fuck with my body.
It's always the
Consider
variants
the fact that I didn't grow no toes, no extra things. So all y'all talking
That's
reckless.
Right.
Y'all can kick rocks by Riverside. I don't got no extra testicle.
And like I said, I mean, I haven't noticed anything different. No extra twitch. That anything out of the normal. I would report it to you guys because we're sons. And you know what I mean. You like the sons how they are. And
I mean,
you don't want to see them go a tail or anything like that.
I'm glad that like I want to say the way how this whole. Let me say this, for the public, I'm kind of sad for them for the shortage of the vaccines.
Right.
For people that do want to get it. And other people with the herd immunity and stuff, whatever, like, yo, just take your ass to Florida. Atlanta. Yo, let's talk about Atlanta real quick. Atlanta. The All-Star game was originally supposed to be in Indiana.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Then the bitch got moved down to Atlanta.
Yeah, of course.
And I heard Bron say he's not trying to go.
Oh, he's not going. Bron ain't going?
He said he don't want to go. Bron's an all-star. He was already like...
He was iffing about it.
So I thought first it was courtside Karen.
Right.
Because courtside Karen and stuff, whatever, like the whole situation happened in Atlanta. So I thought it was probably because of that.
Got it.
But then, Atlanta's reckless, man.
Yeah.
Like, remember the party thing we were talking about that one time when people left from Chicago, New York, Philly to go club in Atlanta? Everywhere else is still shut down. Florida and Atlanta, they're just going. So, and you can't get COVID twice.
You can.
You can get COVID twice.
Right.
Because what somebody was saying and stuff is that to the people who got the shots at the hospital, or when everybody's kind of lined up,
Yeah.
somebody's like, one of the nurses said, if you did get COVID earlier, let's say sometime last year, and you end up getting the vaccines, this just reduces your chances for that to probably about, you have a 30% with the variants.
With the variants.
With the variants, you have
Right.
30% and stuff like that. And, hopefully you still practice proper safety measures and stuff as is, right? So I was scratching my head. I was looking, I'm like, so what if you already had COVID before? They're like, I'm like, you're good to go. They're like, nah. Some people, they're still getting it again.
It's like, yeah, that's a myth.
Yeah, you're still getting...
You're still getting hammered.
You still getting touched.
You're still getting hammered.
You still getting touched.
Yeah.
So I looked at that. I felt bad for the kids though, because so I felt bad for the people that's not getting the vaccine, and then the kids.
And then the
remember,
kids
here,
yeah.
they went back in rotation in Wednesday.
Right.
On Wednesday and stuff, whatever. And I was thinking about them because Tuesday we had a snowstorm. Right. So on Wednesday, I was looking at when they were going back on the road and everything. I'm like, yo, we're gonna have a fucked up kind of, this gap of kids is gonna have like a kind of wild kind of generation.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit difficult.
Like, let's say if you're a middle schooler,
right?
When's the first time you ever kissed a girl?
I want to say maybe senior kindergarten, heading into grade 1.
Progressive as shit, dog.
Well, I mean, we had nothing else to do back then. It's not like there was a a plethora of stuff to do.
We were
back
playing
then.
house and humping with clothes on.
See, y'all
and
didn't,
you were-
y'all didn't kiss during house?
No one kissed.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, you weren't progressive.
Clearly. Fucking yo, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, okay, so kindergarten, people just holding hands, okay?
Right.
Y'all was doing the most.
I mean,
I mean, what?
what else was there to do?
I think by the time the girls hit high school, what?
Did
Tongue
you know
kissing?
about kissing? And when you were playing house, you didn't know about kissing?
We just humped with our clothes on, like regular perverted kids.
Well, you see, well, I wasn't dry humping. I was kissing. See, I think y'all were going extra.
No, you said no.
Y'all were doing the most.
You said specifically on one of the podcasts and stuff. Whatever. You said kissing is more intimate than sex. We weren't having real sex, but y'all was kissing.
Yeah, but I was play kissing.
Give out your blood clot mouth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes. Kissing. It's not intimate kissing in junior high. It's not even junior high. In elementary school, Marv. It's pretend kissing.
What is pretend kissing? What does that mean?
You know, you're not being any. You don't know.
Oh, so y'all weren't doing tongue.
No,
No tongue.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Nah,
okay,
nah,
okay.
nah.
I was scared as fuck. I was about to say, I'm gonna watch the shit out of my son now. I was about to say, bruh. yo.
See, tonguing back then would have been like this, with no, nothing coming through. Just the clothes.
Oh, so you just turned the head
right,
up,
right.
up,
Make
okay.
it look like it was the
Okay.
tongue action.
The
but
movie
it was
Magic was fucking with you guys.
Right. Now you're
Okay,
getting it. Now you're
okay,
getting it.
okay,
Now you're getting
okay.
it.
I was about to say. So I'm like, okay. Most was kindergarten. Most was, kindergarten, humping with our clothes on. Second grade, we had the mirrors in our shoes and our kicks. Look up panties.
Yeah.
And whenever you see the panties, you always say, I see your true colors.
Listen. One day, because I think the mirror and the shoe trick, I think that's universal. I think that's actually, it might be global. It might be a global thing.
We'll run with it.
Because I think every kid has at least tried to pull that off at least once.
At least one.
Every curious kid.
These kids don't.
Nah.
I've
they
never
don't
seen
understand.
these younger grade school. I'll be looking at them. I'm like their shoes. I'm like, you got some fresh ass Jordans. I'm like, shit. Your uniform look kind of dusty, but your kicks is fresh. And I was like, I would have had mirrors in my shoes. I would have had mirrors in my shoes.
I would have my shoes made out of mirror.
Fuck. Yeah, it'd have been problems.
Yo, one time I had a mirror in the shoe and I had to slip my foot between my teacher's leg. Is that I don't think that was appropriate. But she had on
Kind of panties.
stripe colored panties.
Stripe.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know if it was just the young kid in me not ready to see such things, but I felt kind of ill in my stomach. I don't know if it was like a disgusted ill
Like she had striped panties on?
because she had striped panties on, or is it like a disgusting ill because it's my teacher's Gucci?
Did you see hair in the glance? Or you're more
You know, I
focused on
can't
the-
remember.
You're more focused on the
now.
stripe
I can't
design on the
remember. Yes,
panties.
it's a stripe. I do recall it not being a sexy type of panty though. It was just like a cotton stripe panty. Yeah.
You might have said ill because it could have been her period panties and stuff. Fuck around.
You know what? It was a long time ago. I just forgot. Forget I even mentioned it.
It's too late. It's on record now, bitch.
Forget I even mentioned it, man.
Yo, I just look at these kids and stuff, whatever, like, yo, they're missing out. Like, especially with all this time with COVID and home
Yeah.
and everything. Because the first time I kissed a girl, like, tongue kiss was in middle school.
Middle school.
Right? So I was thinking about, like, that kind of range and stuff, whatever. Granted, I always felt like I was slower than the pack because I have a friend. He lost his virginity in the seventh grade. Right?
Yeah. Shit, I
You lost yours at 10 years old. Fuck you.
No, I was in grade 9, man. I was 14. I was 14.
Oh, 4 more years later.
Dude, your friend was in grade 7.
That's 2 years between the two.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so and he had his whole type of rendezvous as is and stuff with it when that happened and shit
Right,
too.
right.
And I was looking at stuff, I was like, he's like, yo, Marv, you should be start fucking soon. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stick to Mortal Kombat. Cause I want no
That's the only
babies.
thing
I
you
want no
beating up?
problems. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm
you're
beating up. But everything, but then opportunity presented itself, I guess, like when I was in 10th grade. And then that's what things happened. But I'm looking at them like, in middle school was a lot of people's, in my world, a lot of people's defining moments.
Right, right.
Because, like, yeah, I was tongue kissing. Yeah, I was touching cooch.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Did I finger? I think I did. Yeah.
You were finger popping back? You were finger popping back then?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I was finger popping back then. I think I might have just been on cooch patrol.
The cooch patrol?
Yeah.
In middle school?
Yeah.
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 So I was like, I was kosher. But then I was like, what about these kids today? Like, these kids are missing out of, like, the fun shit. They were already digital kids as is.
Yeah.
Like, it was hard to even pry away a phone out of their hands and stuff,
Right.
whatever. Much as now,
No,
everything
but at
is
least
online.
I mean, at least they were digital, but at least they were digital within their social, their social actions. Yeah, they had a phone, but they still gathered. They still hung out with each other.
Now they don't have that.
Now they don't have that. They don't have school. I mean, it's
Like an after
seem to
school
forget-
type of thing?
But I mean, not even after school. We seem to forget that a big part of school is not only learning, but it's the social aspect.
Right.
Right. They're not getting any of that.
What that's what I'm saying. If you had a kid and stuff before that was like a antisocial kind of person,
Right.
this kind of kicked their shit into overdrive, right? And some people that are socially awkward, like even to this day,
Yeah.
as adults, and some of those fine moments and stuff, whatever. I want to say to kind of get to a decent moment where they are now,
Yeah.
was from middle school and high school and everything, and now
Right.
you just lost like basically a chunk of the year because whenever they say like possible COVID outbreak,
Yeah. Yeah.
school got to shut down.
Yeah.
They right back at the house online,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, I was looking at him like, yo, I don't know, like I don't know, I don't see anything good happening for these kids and this situation and stuff, whatever. We won't see it now. We'll definitely see it later.
Do you think I mean, I guess obviously the longer it goes on, the deeper the effects will be. Do you
Yeah.
think if we can wrap this up now, we can kind of save it before it gets? Because, I mean, carrying on like this, at some point, it's going to just be. I can't imagine kids being locked up in a house
Right.
for oh so long,
Right.
and it not being effective to them. Like you gotta imagine kids bones are probably not developing right now for the lack of exercise or just moving up and down.
Yeah. I feel it for them.
Just from that alone.
Just from that. Yo, I don't know. You just be mindful about the kids out there. This is to the people at home, you know?
yeah.
Like, they get it bad, too. Like, I'm not saying the parents and stuff who work home and everything and they're with their kids. Like, I do feel it for them. I think there's other major companies finally starting to step up and realize, like, yo, they don't need buildings anymore
Right. Yeah.
for, like, a good amount of companies and
Right,
stuff,
yeah.
right? So the luxury and stuff is that if you now realize where you used to go to the office before and your kid was at X, Y, and Z, you can still make that same bank, but maybe you need to send them off somewhere while you have your meetings.
While you have your meetings.
Or have a babysitter, you got to trust something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to trust something because, yeah, you won't be able to get that much shit done while the kids and stuff are there, right?
Right.
Not everybody has that luxury of, like, saying they can pick up and drop their kids off, but something's got to shake.
Yeah,
Either that or your
yeah.
mental's going to shake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, oh shit, we kind of jumped in, kind of said some shit. To the folks at home, welcome.
Welcome.
the first
welcome.
time.
Welcome.
You're
Call to
with
action.
us. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe on all the plugs of platforms. We're there. YouTube comments, we love them. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Ask the sons, keep them coming. We got something coming for y'all shortly, real soon. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. That is them again.
It's them again.
Salute to P Creative Studios for the apparel and the gear.
Yeah. I'm rocking the Toronto Born line T-shirt with the PK Graphics Scully, Toronto Born, Toronto made.
I like how you said Scully because motherfuckers in Canada don't say Scully.
They only
You gotta say Took.
you gotta say took.
I'm rocking a Scully.
You rocking a Scully.
Because they yell at me all the time. Yeah, rocking the Toronto-born Scully. And my new favorite hoodie. One spliff a day keeps the evil away. Especially the pervert on that side of the couch over there.
There you go. There you go.
Fucking kindergarten kids out here kissing her.
And of
Pray
course,
for my son.
as always, we post these pictures so you can see the items up close, and we give you a link
Yes, true
to the
indeed.
IG page also. And coincidentally, if you're not already on the Buy Black Fridays page, they are featured this Buy Black Friday. Also, we still got the competition going, right? And we're nearing the end of the month. Do remember, you can get yourself a Supreme Clientele Barbershop T-shirt as well as a Dazua bracelet accessory. We giving you something nice. Just go to the Podical Sons page, Supreme Clientele page, the Zua page, Buy Black Fridays page. All the information on how to enter the contest is there. And yeah. But besides the tees, the sweaters, and hats, the thing I like about this particular company is that they're multifaceted. So they like to design stuff not only for you to wear but for you to use. So they sent along this little gift package.
Okay.
Kind of stretch forward so you can see. And yeah, Marvin came with some goodies inside. So we got this, which so happens to be a candle. I'm gonna just open this up right now. Yeah.
Okay.
And it almost didn't last because wifey seen it, and you know how wifey is with the candles already. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you can just quick look, got the logo in front. Got ourselves some soap. I mean, some little sample soap.
What's that?
Jojoba almond coconut grape seed unscented shea butter.
Let me see that.
I'm gonna tell you, they have some nice stuff.
Shea butter is good for my melanin.
There you go. Look at that. That's some good shit there. Lip balm.
Oh, y'all care for us. That's your y'all.
Well, this is what I'm saying. They
is
put
a
together a
care
package. And I got some more soap in there. Yeah, so check out the page. P Creative. I'll have all the links on our IG page as well as the
YouTube.
We'll put the link up on the Facebook, the YouTube, and so forth like that. But yeah, thank you once again, man. I love the tees, the hats.
Oh, most definitely. The
yeah.
hoodie and the tee is my speed.
I seen that hoodie in a pink. I'ma snatch that up. For sure. All right, well, what we got?
Let's get to like the question. So we pulled the question and stuff, and it says, "Do public apologies mean anything to you in your eyes?" 76% said no. How you feel about public apologies?
I would also say no. I think it's almost like a saving face tool, and almost like you may have something coming forward, and you want to seize the opportunity of what you see what's happening around you. Well, I mean, like, why now? With certain things that come up, right? Like, if it's something that's gone and forgotten out of the stratosphere, if you feel bad about it, then you feel bad about it. Just don't do it again. We've already forgotten about it. I don't think we need an apology from you at this point. Maybe whoever you've wronged to make things right, you might want to give that person an apology. Maybe they're still warranted an apology.
Right.
But a public apology, for me, I don't see. I don't see it warranted.
So okay, part of the whole inspiration for that question and stuff was the Britney thing, the Framing Britney documentary.
Right.
Right. So I watched that.
How is it? I heard it's
It's a different dance.
right.
It's a different dance.
When you watch it, do you get a different perspective of Britney?
Yeah, I always see. I'm always a fan of stuff, whatever, of people's like story.
Right,
It's
right.
not told in her words.
Right.
But it's told in some people that were kind of close to her,
Got
type
it.
of thing.
Yeah.
I felt like I view her a little different and stuff because you have to look at her stuff a lot of times. Same thing where I tell everybody, you don't know how child stars are affected, and no one gives the child stars time to become adults.
Nah.
From 0 to 17, you're considered a child, a minor.
Right.
And then when you get to the point where you're 18 to like, let's say average person tends to kick the bucket in North America about like in their 70s.
Right.
Right? That's a long time of you being an adult over the time you're being a child. As much as you add fame and money and everything to this and stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot to fathom.
It is. It is.
Right? So her situation, I felt bad for her because she went from, let's say, schoolgirl to transition into a woman, and people want to let her live,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And
So-
I mean,
Go ahead.
I mean, and not only that, not only people wouldn't let her live, but she had to do that in front of the camera, right? It's for a lot of women out there, or a lot of girls transitioning into a womanhood. For some of them, it's an awkward time, right? So could you imagine if you're one of those who take that as an awkward time, and you got to do that in front of a camera? I mean, obviously she's coming from the whole Disney background. She's used to being in front of the camera, but now we're asking you to kind of grow up. Maybe not grow up because we want you to be
That's why this doc slapped me, because the
Right.
doc slapped me because it was a situation where, from the Disney time,
Right.
there was a down period where no one knew who the fuck a Britney Spears was.
right.
Britney Jean, I know her middle name now. Bestie, free Britney. Now let me get back to the regular scheduled program. But after the whole thing with the Mickey Mouse Club, she
Yes.
went back home and stuff, and her family was still trying to help push her to be star.
Right.
I didn't know Britney was on Star Search.
Yes, she was on Star Search.
I didn't know that. Whatever, right? So when certain things start coming out and everything, like, oh, okay, and how before the Hit Me Baby One More Time dropped and all that type of stuff, and I was seeing them like, okay, cool. The public apology dance came from Timberlake.
Right.
Her and Timberlake was together. Everybody knew about their relationship and stuff. It was kind of candid. She said she was saving herself for marriage and all the above.
Yeah.
Right before they broke up, it got kind of hazy between them. And then I guess this when the misogyny side would kick in, where everybody kind of took his place. Because they were kind of like schoolyard kids, whatever,
Right, right.
High school jock, pretty cheerleader. And whatever the jock would say would kind of besmirch her character.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked her shit up. He went on the radio thing. They asked him. Britney said she's saving herself. Did you fuck? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, she's not that innocent.
Right.
You know? So those things stuff start coming out on her, and somebody said there's like a bootleg doc, a free Britney doc on YouTube and everything, where they kind of hone in after Justin Timberlake. So
Okay.
the one I seen was from FX.
Right.
That was the official one.
Right.
But this other one was out for a bit, a free Britney thing, because the main thing was about her pops having control,
Right. Yeah.
over her estate
Yeah.
and her money
Yeah.
and her well-being.
Yeah.
Right? So when I seen that, people start coming after Timberlake.
Mm.
And people came after him. So he issued an apology. He said he did wrong by Britney. He does apologize.
Right.
And he would also like to make a comment about Janet Jackson.
Yes. Right.
He does apologize. He should have used his white male privilege to benefit these women.
Right.
They ate his soul.
Mm.
They ate his soul.
Of course.
My thing and stuff is that why public apologies mean something to me, because I look at it as like, when do you give a person time to see if they're sincere? Let the actions match their words.
Right.
If I tell you I'm sorry for breaking something in here and everything like that, wait till you see the remorse. Wait till you see, like, what am I doing to show that I'm sorry?
Right.
I break this fine ass candle from PK Creatives. My bad. It shatters. You see me go grab a dustpan. You see me try to clean it up. I probably say sorry a few times and stuff, whatever. I come back in this bitch with another type of candle I ordered from them to come back here.
Yeah.
Be like, damn.
Yeah.
He was really sorry.
Right.
How the fuck he issues an apology right now, 30 seconds later, you're a liar! You're a liar!
But okay, let me tell the difference between what you just said
Go ahead.
and what's happening with Justin, right?
Go ahead.
You came in, you broke the candle, right? You acknowledged that you broke the candle without anybody coming in and saying, hey, Marv, broke Andrew's candle. He's an asshole for it, right? Without anybody saying that, you've already acknowledged that, and you're ready to make reparations about it.
Okay, so
Right.
then, all right, let me jump in then.
Okay.
Marv, age 35. Justin Timberlake, fuck shit with Britney,
Yes.
age 18.
Okay.
Fuck shit with Janet Jackson, age 23.
Okay, yeah.
Justin Timberlake today,
Yeah.
almost in his 40s.
Right.
Those are three different Justins.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
It took from age 18 to age 40 to realize what you did was an asshole move?
But some people and stuff, it takes them some time and stuff to kind of see because they kind of put some things behind it. Back then he wasn't a father. Back then he wasn't married.
But what made him see the documentary? This is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, I could understand if there was no documentary at all, and he came out and apologized. Then I could say to myself, you know what? His conscience was bothering him. He's apologizing. But for me, it just looked like, shit, nigga, you probably didn't even remember that you tossed Britney aside and did all this shit till the documentary came out.
No, Cry Me-
reminded your ass about all
Cry
of
Me
this
River
now.
slapped him. Everybody know that video was about Britney
You
and
can't
that.
know.
Cry-
But how
Cry-
long ago was that, though? But this is
Years
what I'm
ago.
saying.
I was in high school when Cry Me
That's
River
what I'm
came out.
saying. So from the time you dropped Cry Me a River and knew what you were going at then to the age of 40, at some point you had to have said to yourself, shit, that was an asshole move that I did. You know what I mean? And it never occurred to you then that you should apologize. The Janet Jackson shit. Ain't nobody mentioned anything about Janet Jackson. Why are you gonna come up and mention it too? Without you even saying to yourself, you know what? That was a fucked up move. Let me reach out to Janet, because I'm pretty sure he can reach out to Janet if he wanted to, and apologize to Janet. Why you gotta apologize for the world to see?
He apologized to Janet afterwards because there was a situation where, remember, he went to the Grammys,
Right.
right?
Right.
So the Super Bowl was that first Sunday, and the following Sunday was the Grammys.
Okay.
He issued an apology in between, and he was able to go to the Grammys. Janet Jackson was not able to.
Right.
After that situation passed, within that, I think within like a month from that,
Yeah.
he issued an apology to Janet.
Okay.
The social media world wasn't as heavy as it is now.
Right.
Right? So he probably got the scrutiny. I don't know. But in any case, he did issue an apology back then.
Okay. So see, he's issued the apology already.
Right.
So why the hell do you? This is what I'm saying. Why
But-
are you reissuing the apology?
But people coming for him and stuff like, oh, now you want to apologize for Britney when you did a half-ass apology to Janet. He's like, furthermore, I do apologize for fucking up Britney's world. 1-800-MY-BAD. And then, since you want to bring the Janet thing and stuff, whatever, I do sincerely, as a white privileged male, apologize again to Janet Demeter Joe Jackson.
Why don't you just shut the fuck up and say one time?
Wow!
I can't call him
You know,
nigga.
no. You know, it's Black History Month.
I can't call him
It's
nigga.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
We're allowed. We're allowed.
Shut the hell up, man. Go one side, man. We don't need the apology, bro.
Yikes.
We don't need it, man. Come on.
So
Listen. Apologize to who needs to be apologized to and keep it moving. I don't need to see it. It didn't affect me to what you did to them. It was messed up. It affected them. They need to be apologized to.
I think
If they want to come out and say, you know what I mean, after the fact, that say, you know what, so and so apologized for what he did, and I accept the apology. Like, I should be hearing from the victim. They should be telling me you apologized to them. I don't want to hear from you.
I don't know. I think we stress growth and development a lot, and I feel like he was a different man at that time. And even furthermore, hi, how are you over there?
I'm good.
Robert Sylvester Kelly is gonna come back to R. Kelly. When they came to Sparkle pointing out her peoples and stuff, whatever, Sparkle pointed out that was her niece that got peed on.
Right.
Right? Her parents said no. Both of her parents said no.
Right.
And they took a check cut.
Yeah.
Sparkle said that.
Yeah.
And they told her to kick rocks by Riverside on a lonely night. Right? I
Down
get
by
it.
the riverside.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm saying, like,
Kick rocks.
in any case, he was probably sorry. But if he didn't say sorry with his mouth, he said sorry with the bank book.
Yeah, well.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, to people that would say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you pissed on a young girl and stuff and everything like that." Yes, it's fucked up. But he apologized to that family with his checkbook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So does he need to make that known to the world and stuff, whatever? No. However, a apology and stuff was still issued in some space, shape, or
Still
form.
issuing in some shape or form.
And that's what I'm saying. Some space, shape, or form, Janet got one, and I'm pretty sure Justin and Britney, they ran to each other. I think like many, many years ago, I seen it in like some tabloid shit, whatever. Like, oh shit, they about to work together in a song.
Right.
I'm pretty sure if they weren't in the studio together, it'd have been like, yeah, I did kind of treat you like we kind of fucked up though. 1-800, my bad. That's
Yeah.
1-800, my bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't public. And then, fuck, that's one Britney Jean Spears compared to like all her thousands and millions of followers and stuff across the world. So this one man will go somewhere with his current woman and his family and just go at them. Like I said, the Britney doc that I seen, yo, paparazzi, she couldn't even drive.
No.
She couldn't drive. And
it's-
even
it's-
after like she snapped and she shaved the head and everything,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever, she's like, it was a situation where her and K-Fed was not letting her see the kids.
Right.
She was going through some shit. And paparazzi and stuff was still just harassing her shit. So that's why she just attacked the paparazzi's like vehicle
Yeah.
with the umbrella.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, there are people too, whether we like it or not.
Yeah. No, they are. Yeah.
The same way you will want a minute to kind of gather yourself.
Yeah.
These people eat, sleep, and shit the same way as us. So, I don't know. I think we should just give apologies some time. Let your actions speak louder than your words.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. That's pop music. How do you feel about rap music?
Apologies going around. I think we got apologies going around.
I mean, there's tons of apologies always going around and stuff. Whatever. Like, you know, they beef now and they kiss and make up a little later and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then plus, like in rap, you know, we talk about drugs, violence. We have misogyny and everything like that.
If we were to start receiving apologies for all the misogynistic lyrics that were said in rap music, how long would we be standing for?
Long, man.
Yeah,
Long.
it'd be
But-
pretty long.
But it's still a growth and development thing.
yeah,
Big Pimpin'. Jay-Z's one of my favorite rappers.
Mm-hmm,
You know why thug him, fuck him, live him, leave him, never trust him, keep him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's a married man, a father of 3, and all the above now.
yeah,
That was then, this is now. And that's what I'm saying. Like, let the time kick in and stuff to show your worth. Okay, let's say he cheated on Beyonce. Elevator situation popped off.
Yeah.
And all the above.
Right.
Right? How do we know he's sincere by his apology? Fucking man made an album about her.
yeah, yeah.
If the album wasn't enough and everything like that for her, she would have left.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let your actions speak louder than your words and stuff, whatever, in some ways.
Well, he's a good example for growth and development.
There's tons
Because
of people though.
If we look at, if we consider him still active today, right? What he's going to give you today, as far as lyrical content, is nowhere anything close. Even though he was giving you some of this stuff back then too, but I don't think. Do you think he would hear anything like a Big Pimpin' from a Jay again?
No, because it's a different time, different person.
different time, different person.
I wouldn't put no mirrors in my shoes anymore.
We would
That-
put any mirrors. in
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
But we know there's still kids out there putting mirrors in their shoes.
Fuck kids. Are we knowing adults that's
Yeah,
doing it?
yeah.
If we know adults that's
There's-
doing it,
there's
whatever,
some,
like
adults
that's what a problem is.
behaving. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a problem is.
Right. Do you think we have okay, with music itself, the genre of hip hop, I mean, it's never been something that is hidden, right? Lyrics have been misogynistic from the time. We've had violence associated with rap music. we've had a lot of negative issues, right? To the
Okay.
point where at one point they tried to ban certain aspects of rap, right?
Yeah.
We had to go through the whole freedom of speech, right? They say music reflects, or entertainment, arts and entertainments reflects real life, right?
Right.
So we can see where some of this lyrics are coming from,
Right.
right? Now, do you think it would be a similar situation where we'd have a proliferation of misogynistic lyrics, violence,
Drugs.
drugs, if the art form itself was, let's say, started in a white community where maybe that some of that stuff is not prevalent? Maybe let's say it starts in a trailer park where some of that stuff is prevalent. Do you think we would have as much as it would it be championed as much, or would it be as widely accepted? I mean, not to say that it's widely accepted now, but is part of mainstream. Would you think it'd still be a part of mainstream?
I think it would, because the thing is that a lot of, okay, so what I've noticed and stuff is Journey. All right, I'm using Journey as an example.
Right.
The rock group,
Yeah.
that song, that Don't Stop Believing, that song was a song that kind of, let's say it did mediocre numbers in its time,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Wasn't number one hits and all the above. But we live in times now like demand and streaming and all the above now, right? So you can access shit whenever.
Yeah.
I think when the height of Glee, I never watched Glee, but like when the height of Glee, when they start putting that song in, like, you know, into one of their Glee songs,
Right.
it kind of caught another revival. Like it's kind of like somebody came with the like the pads.
Yeah.
Clear, boom. Don't stop. So a lot of the old stuff will find its way to come back up to current time,
Right. Got it.
right? A lot of people now, all right, we'll say minus, like if you can't say minus because it already happened, but Straight Outta Compton was a movie where it's giving you the history of NWA.
Yeah.
A lot of those people and stuff, whatever, when I went to the movie to watch that movie,
Okay.
right? And when I went to the movies and stuff, whatever, I seen people look younger than me in there with like NWA, Straight Outta Compton t-shirts. Remember, they had Straight Outta jokes, you know, Straight Outta meme shirts,
Right,
all
right,
the above
right,
and
right,
everything.
right.
They've now got a revival of this new history and everything that came in. Pertaining to a lot of other groups and stuff, like in the fuck is Black History Month, the white music,
Yeah.
Twisted Sister and everything, like, you know, we're not gonna take it. That's rebellious shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They went up and stuff the same time, or a little bit before Luke and them went up and stuff with the whole freedom of speech at NWA, with the whole parental advisory kind of world and
Yes.
stuff, whatever, right?
Yes. Yes.
Twisted Sister, like they've been doing it,
Right.
right? I forget his name. Damn.
I
Something.
I can't remember the lead.
Yeah,
singer.
yeah. I see his face in my head.
I know. Yeah.
You know, and everything. You know, I'm fucked up. My bad, peoples. But they've been trying to petition for things and stuff, whatever, from the beginning.
Right.
Luke jumped on, NWA jumped on, and then here we have this parental advisory sticker on these things.
Mm-hmm.
Their neighborhood still championed Twisted Sister
Right.
and everything. And then their world, some of their lyrics and stuff, and some of their wordplay start getting a little versatile, not as wild as ours,
Right.
Because it's kind of like it's speaking from their realm.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Their
yeah.
realm,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And we're rapping about our realm.
Right. Right.
That's just what it is.
Mm.
So I feel like it still got championed, but our thing is stuff, whatever, because I don't want to say we're swimming in our community or swimming in our realm.
Yeah.
We just kind of pay that more attention. Because even Britney, they came at her, don't for slave for you.
Right.
They're like, oh, and they will call her all types of sluts and scallywags and, you know, and all the above. And you have like 3-6 Mafia over here saying this bitch, that hoe, and everything like that. But we're enveloping our world over here. But I feel like we just get jaded and stuff and get other sides misconstrued because it's kind of like neighbors looking at each other. What the fuck they're doing in their house.
Right. Right.
That's what I feel like that's what's happening and stuff with her. But they still had things where they got shut down a lot. So I don't think it's the genre, like from us being scrutinized. Because fuck, our young dudes out here now, whatever, like, let's say the baby,
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
his shit that comes out and everything, they're one type of way and stuff too, and eventually they might switch. Same way like you had a young Jay-Z
Yeah.
and a mature Jay-Z. It depends on the longevity and what they see and stuff in their world. I think the only person I don't probably see that too much and stuff, whatever, they might kill me, is Drake. 'Cause I feel like Drake finds this way to kind of just go with whatever's trending
Right.
and he'll continue on and stuff, whatever. So I don't know if he has that ability and stuff where, because Drake has some longevity. He's been in the game for over a decade now. And Drake still sounds like a current artist to a lot of people, like a brand new rookie artist.
For me, with Drake, I just look at Drake as I look at him as an entertainer. Period. You know what I mean? I don't look at him as a rapper. I don't look at him as a singer. I don't look at him as any one sole thing.
It's because he doesn't pen his lyrics. Is that what it is?
You know what?
No further questions.
But you know
Continue.
what?
Continue.
Hey, when he's acting in a movie, he's not penning the scripts either. But he's delivering that performance.
Is that what we're gonna go with?
But he's delivering that performance
Yeah.
that that makes people say, "Hey, I love this guy from Degrassi."
Yeah, but,
and at
but
the end of
rapping
the day,
and acting are two different worlds, though, and that's the thing.
no,
Why?
no, I see, and that's the thing. I never separate the two.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
whether regardless if I'm writing if I'm writing a song,
Mm-hmm.
right, or somebody else writes that song, I gotta interpretate whatever's on that paper.
Absolutely.
So it for me, it's just like acting. Whether I write that script or somebody else writes that script, I gotta interpretate that character,
Right.
that moment, whatever whatever the script calls for. I gotta bring that to life. So that's why I say I don't see no difference between, you know what I mean. The only thing is there's two different mediums. One is music. You hear audible. One is performance. You're watching visual. But at the end of the day, it's two stories told in two different ways.
Not to me. With me and stuff, whatever, I look at it stuff, especially like when the rap world that I grew up in,
Yeah.
you have to be nice on your own accord.
But
on your-
being nice
on your-
being nice on your own accord is you playing your character. You it's that character that you've created. That's
to you, not to me. To me, you have to pen your shit.
But if you
And
pen that shit, right?
Okay.
Who is that? Who are you penning from?
What do you mean? Who am I penning?
Who are you penning from? What is that coming from your mind?
It should be coming from your
So
mind.
that's the character you're penning. That's the character. That's what I'm talking about. That you can easily take that
yeah.
shit that you pen.
You can be a Drake,
Right.
And you have to pen for the Drake character,
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't be a Busta Rhymes and pen for the Drake character. There are two different characters.
But you can be a Busta Rhymes, pen for the Busta Rhymes character,
Right.
and give it to Drake to perform.
and then you give credit. The same way we go after people and stuff
Right.
who take shit from our podcast
Right.
and they don't give us no credit.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
But if
looking,
it-
but I'm not. You're talking. I'm not talking at the credit. I'm saying. I'm
No,
not.
and
I'm
but
not differentiating.
That's what I'm saying. Your point of view. That's what I'm saying. Your
Yeah.
point of view, I get.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. In my world, it doesn't correspond like that. So that's the reason why, if I'm gonna put somebody like in a top 5,
Yeah.
for when it comes to like rapping or
yeah,
entertainment,
yeah.
is
Well,
that's not scripting
different.
much.
I'm not looking at that argument.
No.
I'm simply saying I don't differentiate between acting and then singing, because at the end of the day, you've got to bring you got to take your talent and bring whatever that's put on a piece of paper, whether you've written it or somebody else has written it. You've got to take that
acting and
and
singing
bring
is
it to life.
come on.
You got to bring it to life.
I seen RuPaul Drag Race and stuff a few times. The motherfuckers got to sing at the end, like, and when they're about to get eliminated,
Yeah.
they got a lip sync battle. And you're like, you gotta sing to stay.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, they don't sing this song, but they'll play this song and stuff, and they gotta perform the fuck out of that shit. I see that.
If we look at let's take really good entertainers that we know.
Mm-hmm.
The Sammy Davis Juniors, the
I didn't grow up on Sammy's music. You gotta give me somebody else.
the Michael
Mike Jackson.
Jacksons,
Okay, let's do that.
Diana Ross's,
Okay.
there's tons that we can name that that translate seamlessly from acting to singing, simply because they're already in that mode of knowing that I'm creating something. I gotta bring something to life, whether it's through my vocals or whether it's through my acting ability.
And I feel like a lot of times and stuff, whatever, in my world, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, we know that singing, R&B singing, soul singing, those aren't really fully penned
Oh no,
by the person. But in the rap world, like even when ciphers and stuff was a thing,
right,
or battles was a thing, you had to do that for yourself.
right.
So that's what I'm saying. My acknowledgement and your acknowledgement are two different realms. Cause my acknowledgement is I'm looking at like, I gotta make sure you kind of penned and coined your shit. Cause immediately once I find it, like, oh my gosh, I'm so appalled. I'll talk like I'm in downtown Abbey. You ruffian, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you take the credit? And I won't fuck with that person to that level and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, entertainment wise, yeah,
There's a lot of people out here taking credit.
there is. We
A lot
know
of people
that.
out here taking credit.
Come on, man. You see like some memes and stuff get recycled over and over, but then the person who might create the meme might be like, "Suh," and the other person that might take the meme and stuff be like, "Dun dun dun dun." Oh my gosh, you're the new baby Jesus. And the motherfucker know deep down in their heart of hearts where they got the shit from, but they look like, yeah,
I ain't Jesus at all.
yeah,
I'm a thief. A filthy thief.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Texas freezing.
Freezing over.
Well, different parts in the world, but let's highlight Texas real
Start
quick
with
since
Texas.
they kind of closer and stuff.
Right.
If y'all niggas in Texas didn't watch Game of Thrones and didn't hear that winter was coming, fuck all you. No, I'm being an asshole. I'm being an asshole.
Come on, Marv. Man.
I'm
Can't
sorry.
do them like that.
Thoughts and prayers to the peoples in Texas struggling and
Don't do 'em
stuff
like
right
that, man.
now.
Don't do 'em like
But
that.
yo, is this really global warming?
Global cooling, maybe?
I feel like it's global freezing and shit.
Global
Like
freezing?
definitely climate change is definitely an issue.
Yeah.
Why do you think people's at the powers that be and stuff they're not acknowledging what the fuck? Texas, poor people in Texas and stuff, whatever, they don't even have snow plows to do streets.
Right, right.
These people are fucked. Most of these houses are set to made for AC.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have more of a modern type of house, I want to say this is where your lodging and stuff would have a thermostat, and you might be saved by the thermostat.
I don't know if it's partly the fact that, I mean, whenever we get our weather information, all of it is predictions based upon previous events that's happened
What do you
maybe
mean?
years or decades, or you know what I mean, and then
What do you
based
mean?
upon
Give me an example.
like okay, with like they know every certain set of years you'll have like maybe a specific type of rainfall, right? The weather pattern just it just leads, it just rotates. So
Okay.
they know they have a history of warm periods and history of cold periods.
Okay.
Right. So they document those. Right.
Okay.
So then now they base things off of that plus weather patterns. Like they've mapped the currents, so they kind of have an idea of based upon the currents. Next week, it's gonna rain, right? Or next week it's gonna snow. Is it that this whole global warming or climate change is just throwing everything out of whack that you now can't really go off of what you previously know because it's not
You
operating like
can't.
how you previously know?
Man, what we previously know is that fuck, we haven't had a damn pandemic or virus thing in like fucking decades.
Right.
And here we are just got slapped with it and stuff 2 years ago.
So then how does a government prepare for something like that? Like if you're in Texas, right? Mm-hmm. How do you not? Because you're right. We're building houses, based upon the weather that we're expecting to have, right?
Right.
Our infrastructure is based on maybe the weather that we're expecting to
Yeah,
have.
the landscape.
If now the weather is changing, right? How much so is it changing? How rapidly is it changing? And for how long does it change? To make it make sense that now we gotta say buy 100 snowplows, buy maybe 50.
You talking about government?
Like in Texas, like buy
No,
like 50.
I think you don't have to buy those things and stuff, whatever, right? Because if it's changing like that,
Right.
fuck it. just rent 100 from like northern states. Rent 100, and any case of stuff, just keep a few contingencies like within the city.
Right.
Because worst case scenario and stuff, whatever, you might just need to run them like periodically and everything. But so you'll eat the cost of say probably 3 trucks out of the 100. You still save money from not spending 97 on those, but at least something to have like at least on hand, even if it's like Mr. Plow from The Simpsons or some shit like that. To
Right,
kind of
right.
Homer Simpson come through, and when he's done, Barney comes does a thing, and then at least you have shift change where this is slowly but surely going until the other people are able to send relief and help.
It's pretty much probably still denial, I guess. I would have to look at it as still denial. Like, yeah, it can happen, but I doubt it's gonna happen. And then it just happens, and they just get screwed.
Okay, but then the thing and stuff is that look at the flood insurance.
Yeah.
How people have flood insurance and stuff in their houses. We
Right.
live in the north.
Right.
Right? In the north, you might have random downpours like, like what happened like last summer and a few summers ago, I think 2013, where like people were flooded, trapped on trains and everything like that.
Yeah.
People drowned. Those things and stuff are like random acts and stuff, whatever. Yes, climate change plays a role in those things as well.
Right.
But then you have these kind of moments and stuff that it's not that often, but it could happen. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So at least have something and stuff in mind to say, if shit was to fully go south, could you handle it?
So what do they do now? Do they just sit down and wait for everything to melt?
Some like 30 people died. Over 30 people died and counting.
Wow.
Because their houses and their situations weren't equipped to fit this battle. Fuck,
Yeah.
I seen a guy on one of his IG stories and stuff. Whatever. The man is shivering his timbers. Like he's in like the washroom with the shower on and stuff like that. And remember, like the hot water in those cold times, pipes are gonna bust.
Yeah.
And that's why some of the leaks and stuff in the water and the floods are happening and stuff as well.
Right.
This man, he's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, I got $200 so anybody let me come stay at their house to get warm.
Yeah.
The man has tears in his eyes and stuff like. He's like, he don't even want to cry because the tears might fucking freeze. He has a shower on hell going. You see the steam in there. The man's going through chronicles like Narnia.
Yeah, it's insane.
And I'm looking at him like, another video I seen, the dude it was like a rolling blackout. He said the government's trying to conserve energy.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, yo, I got babies in the house. I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old in the house. He's like, I can't work my thermostat. He's like, we don't buy winter jackets. We're in Texas.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like...
So he's like, we're living in blankets and stuff, whatever, and praying whenever we hear, we're turning our shit up on max.
You know, it's funny because here it is. We got Texas where people are, literally, they're losing their lives, right? And halfway across the world, you show me a picture of a dude sitting in the snow with his winter jacket on.
Yeah.
Enjoying a fresh fall of snow that he ain't seen in
Movies.
you know what I mean? It's
They
like
fucking movies.
it's almost like a totally different perspective.
Yeah.
What do you think it is that they're looking at it in a different way?
The people?
Yeah.
It's not the norm. I don't think it's a denial thing. It's just not the norm.
But I mean, even over in the
Middle East,
the Middle East,
like Syria and Lebanon,
right?
and
Those
all
places, it's not the norm for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it hasn't like I wouldn't say they've almost accepted it, but they were, I guess, more tolerable. Could I say that?
Because it happened a few years ago, though.
And I probably shouldn't say. Probably shouldn't base it off of just that one image of the dude sitting in the snow
with the snowman,
smiling and
with
shit.
The snowman?
I mean, he could probably be an anomaly, but
yeah, because everybody's like, what is this shit? What is this shit?
But just his expression alone, just lets you know that you can either see the good and bad, I guess, in everything. And in some situations,
that's a people thing. That's a personal individual thing.
It's a personal thing.
Right.
Right.
Because, I mean, I look at the things and stuff as that, like, yo, there's a silver lining to everything. I got into a hell of a debate and stuff, whatever. I think like sometime last summer about that, and there was a woman came after me, and I was scared for my life because I thought she was gonna cut me. I was like, "There's silver lining to everything." Really? What about rape? I'm like, somebody got their rocks off. And she's like, "Oh, you think it's a joke?" I'm like, but yo, it's a silver lining to certain type of things.
Yeah.
And my thing is stuff is either you take the good or the bad.
Right.
Because some people, when a bad event happens, it uses it as a turning point to do better.
Yeah.
Or you're left in the ones and stuff to be like, you don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we jest and we joke about people that, like, what, couples, you're laying in your bed with your woman, babe, someone's in the house. You heard it first. You heard it first.
You go get up and look.
You go look. No, you do it. Why? Because I'm scared. I'm freaking out. So we're both scared about freaking out.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you just like, yo, not today, fucker. And you go grab that baseball bat. You get the swinging like Ken
go
Griffey.
in and rush.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's a sink or swim type of thing.
Yeah.
A good or a bad thing and stuff, whatever. That's what you can do with the situation. That man made a legit snowman. He's like, hey, fuck it. I'm in it. Not much I can do. And I champion people like that.
Yeah.
Because when things are out of your control, I just had this conversation last night. Certain things that's beyond your control, why are you stressing it? Why are you freaking out of it? Why are you giving yourself extra anxiety for? You have no control over it. You apply for a job. The job gives you an interview.
Yeah.
They said, we're going to debate and see if you're a proper candidate for the job. You've already done everything you can do. Yeah. It's nothing left is in your ball court no more.
For you to do. Nothing left for you to do.
But yet you're going to get anxiety and stuff, whatever. You're going to kill yourself. As I should have, would have, could have, did this. Make the best of your situation. Be the best. Do the best that you can in your situation and your ability.
I agree.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, the government didn't react fast enough. Lives were lost because of set situation and set scenario. I look at it stuff as that this isn't the end of freak of nature, snowfall, or weather in parts of the world.
Nope.
Texas got a wicked ass flood a few years ago when they were flooded from the hurricanes. Yep. Now they're getting the snow piece. It snowed in fucking not only the Middle East recently, but I want to say Spain got some shit last year.
Yeah.
Arizona froze over a few years ago. Mexico got snow. Yo, this climate change thing is legit. I just feel like when it comes to these electric cars and things like to help emissions, to help save whatever we got left of the earth, I sound like fucking Captain Planet right now.
You sound like Captain Planet.
But, yo, these things should be a lot more cheaper, a lot more better for the common man to afford.
Yeah.
If Honda Civic costs 20 racks, electric car costs 50 racks, don't tell me we'll reimburse you with a rebate thing or blah, blah, blah and everything. Fuck, make the car cheap now. So you say, you pay for gas now with 20 racks with this, or you plug up in your house with 20 racks? What you gonna do?
Yeah, but with them, I think we're at the start of it. I think eventually the prices will drop for it to be more affordable and make more sense. But I mean, just like
eventually.
But it's just like anything else, technology wise, right? Like it's the manufacturing cost is the biggest hurdle at the beginning. Then once you start refining that manufacturing cost, the cost comes down. Then the product itself can come down. But it's still fresh for the EV market. They're still trying to figure it out.
Let me ask you this and stuff before we get off this subject. You work in the auto industry.
Yes.
You guys still make diesel and fuel-driven kind of cars.
Right. ICE.
ICE?
Internal combustion engine. That's
shit.
That's what it stands for.
I was thinking like immigration, customs.
Yeah. When I first seen it, that's what I thought.
Okay. But when it comes to that, is it an issue? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm asking to learn. Probably some people listening are trying to learn too.
Yeah.
How come your company can't just stop and cease and making ICE type of cars to electrical cars?
It's the infrastructure.
So, but they can change the infrastructure in time, though, right? Because electric cars didn't just come up yesterday.
It's not that easy. Because the problem, I mean, that's why it took Tesla so long to scale up their production, right? You can make a certain amount of cars, but then you're always gonna run into supply and demand, right? So right now, we do about 700 cars daily.
Okay.
Right, that's down maybe 2 years ago from down 200 from 900 cars. Right. How it's set up now is that where I'm at, it's just an assembly plant. All the parts get driven in, including the internal combustion engine. That's made in another plant. That's brought in, right?
Right.
If you're to say today, we're going to now have an electric fleet, the first thing you have to do is convert that the factory that you get the engines from. It's no longer viable to you. Now you have to start creating batteries, right? So that's going to be your first hurdle. Creating the manufacturing company that's going to manufacture the batteries for you. So how Tesla worked past that hurdle is they partnered with Panasonic. So Panasonic, along with Tesla, and there's a few companies around the world
In the Tesla world.
that makes specifically
towards a Tesla car.
batteries. Yeah, towards
No, you know what I'm saying? There's a few companies and stuff, whatever, that you see Tesla as the overall car, but there's so many other companies
Right.
within that one automobile.
exactly.
Okay.
Right. So let's say so you figured out the battery part, right?
Right.
So now you have your existing lineup. Where I work, we make the Chargers and the Challengers, right? So let's say we're keeping those. We're changing the platform from IC to EV, electric vehicles, right? That whole assembly line where the engine is put in, that has to go and has to be reconstructed,
Yeah.
right? They have to do that. Remember, we're just one factory.
One factory.
Right? They'll have to do that for every factory,
Right.
right? That operation in itself, that's gonna be at least I'm saying at least 3 to 4 months, but it's probably gonna be close to 6, right? Just to get rid of that section alone. So after they get rid of that section, they now have to say, okay, where the engine used to fit, the engine no longer sits. So we can fill that space with whatever we can fit in. But now we got to make the body another shape because we have to fit this new battery in, right?
Right.
So now it's going to take the engineers time to figure out how they're going to fit this new battery into the existing chassis of what is there. Because they're going to try and do it where they have to change it the least as possible. So if they can end up keeping the chassis, that's a great, because now they don't have to change the stamp, the die stamp,
It's money.
or anything like
yeah,
that.
it's
right?
money saving.
So to say for them so it's a lot that they have to do. They can't just flip the switch.
I'm not saying they don't have a lot to do, but my thing and stuff is, if they're using ICE engines,
right.
ICE need to let some of these immigrants come in and help them build these new factories for it. Because my shit and stuff is that I don't think no one can tell me nothing too much pertaining to like people and time anymore. Because people do move the world. Because fuck, Wuhan made a makeshift hospital within less than 30 days, and they have a population of 11 million people in that city.
Yeah.
And the actual mortar and pestle hospital went up less than 6 months from all the people and resources they put in. COVID vaccines, the same thing.
But it's,
You had this person doing shit over here independently, this person doing then you pull money,
But it's-
you pull people, you
but
pull
it's easier-
resources.
but it's easier. It's easier if you're okay. See if you're starting up, it's easier, right? So just like you're saying, the
Tesla started up easier,
right?
yeah.
The Wuhan factory, right? When they made the makeshift hospital. Wuhan.
Somebody gonna roundhouse you in your jawbone.
When they made the hospitals,
Yeah.
right? That was from scratch, right?
Right.
So they can build it. So I think the last 2 Tesla factories went up in like 9 months, something ridiculous, like quick, right? It's easier to do that than to tear down your current infrastructure and then rebuild.
That's a personality thing too, because if you didn't know anything but the good, it's good.
Right.
You can keep going with the good.
Right.
But if you knew bad, or you had bad behavior taught, whatever, You have to unlearn the bad behavior
Right.
to put in the good shit, and it's gonna take some time for the
Oh, it's
good
gonna-
shit to
it's-
come in
it's-
to go. And I'm like I said, I'm not discrediting the time.
Yeah, but it's gonna take time. It's not gonna. I'm not. I don't even think it's the time that they're concerned with.
It's the money.
It's gonna take the money
Of
to
course.
unlearn the bad shit and then bring back the new shit.
Bring in
So
them in. Bring Hector Consuales. Bring in those people and stuff. Whatever you want to ship them out the country.
what they're doing now. What they're doing now, because eventually, I mean, the world is under mandate to go to EV by 2030.
Yeah.
Most countries have it in their mandate that they want to get rid of internal combustion engines, right? So companies are, if they haven't already, they've gotten something in works as far as
That's cool.
getting EV fleets. I think the plant in Windsor, our plant in Windsor, they're being retooled to do EV vehicles.
Tons of people.
So
Yeah, you just said it's a world mandate.
yeah,
It's a world mandate.
They'll eventually get to it. It's just
They're in no rush.
they're in no rush.
Exactly.
They're in no rush.
All right. I wanted to talk about Boozy. Boozy been getting flack from what he said pertaining to Lori Harvey. Boozy said, and I'm paraphrasing this stuff, in a nutshell, he said basically, you shouldn't use a woman like that as goals pertaining to a woman,
Right.
right? He said on Vlad TV, that echoed across the world and came back around. And salute to Boozy and stuff for keeping the same energy and stuff. He didn't issue no public apology. He kept it moving.
Boozy ain't
But,
apologizing.
and
for
that's what
nothing.
I'm saying. My thing and stuff is that, yo, you have to stand by what you say.
Yeah.
I stand by from what I say.
Yeah.
So if anybody said like, yeah, I said that. I mean, and he said it. I said it. He said, but he's like, how do you have a woman, or he said it to Lori Harvey. He's like, how do you have a woman who's been from relationship to relationship to relationship with some different dicks? You're saying that's goals. And he said, I thought the goal was, and he said the same people that would tear her down,
Yeah.
or the same people that's coming after him is the same women that would kind of tear her down and call her all types of hoes and sluts behind closed doors.
Right. Right.
And I was looking at him like, that's absolutely fucking right. And my thing and stuff is I look at it as that, yo, if it was a dude going from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship,
Yeah.
I still look at him like he a problem.
Yeah.
Kind of be like, bruh, what's going on with you? Not them. Fuck who you dating. What's
Yeah.
up with you? How many people and stuff that you need to either get something right or turn on and stuff with you? Okay, let's say you're looking for a good woman that look like this, that does this and that.
Yeah.
And you meet 4 women that can produce these type of things. What else? What's the problem? And you say, oh, you need one that kind of will cook in a thong on Tuesdays. You know? The thong Tuesday, on the thong Thursdays.
Thong Thursday.
Thong Thursdays and stuff like that, whatever. She's not the one for you. So then you let it be known you're not gonna boo up with anybody
Right.
until you realize from jump I meet you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you seem interesting. Do you cook dinner in thongs on Thursdays? No? Okay. We're not gonna shackle up. Lori Harvey, the slight problem is though, like when we start looking at her list,
Yeah.
I was a little uncomfortable with the Justin Combs to P. Diddy Combs. Like from the son to the father type of thing. Talking about moving up in the world. Yo,
I'm about to say she practicing religion. she going through the son to get to the father.
yo. But as I said, nevertheless, anybody doing it is something else.
Right.
My question to you is, can women date like men?
In today's day and age, I say yes. They
Why
can.
not back then? Because the same way, if they go ahead.
I think back then was more of a stigma. I think it's less of a stigma today.
I think the stigma's still here.
You think the stigma's still
Why are we
here?
having this conversation if the stigma's not here?
I think we're having this conversation because Boozy's bothered by it. I don't think anybody else is bothered.
I don't
by
think
it.
it's no. I think a lot of people and stuff that you have the 50-50. Boozy is just see a lot of people look at me
Right.
like I'm a professional problem starter.
Right.
Because some things that I say,
Yeah.
it's not registering in nobody's brains until someone says it.
Right.
People were probably thinking it slightly, but now somebody's brave enough to get behind and say it out loud. So it's not really a Boozy thing. Like Boozy has his piece, he says his piece, it's probably done and probably put to bed in his world.
Right.
But there's other people that walk up to him and be like, "You're right."
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I
And then other
agree.
people are like, "You're wrong. I can't believe you would say that." It's the people.
But I think there's more people saying he's wrong than there's more people than saying he's right. I think it not only is the people, but it's also the times that we live in. Some things are more accepted today than it was in the past. It is. It just is.
Gay rights.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That-
things that are more accepted today that in the past it just wouldn't be accepted.
Women buy houses by
Right.
themselves.
If we were to say, God forbid for us to say women can't date like men, that's sacrilegious to say in today. We may think it, but we can't dare say it. Why? Who is our place to say what a woman can do and can't do? This is the times we're in.
I feel like it's not even like a man or woman thing. Like I said, it goes back to a person thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna look at a person like hell, like shit. I haven't been. My last solid relationship was my failed marriage. I haven't been in a relationship and stuff like that since like the 2019 mark.
Yeah.
Right. So my thing and stuff is that if I'm like, okay, that didn't work. I'm in a relationship with this person for a few months, and then that didn't work, and I'm in a relationship with this person, and that didn't work, and everything. I need to fix something.
But you know we also have to understand is what we look at and consider relationships. A lot of people don't look at it the same way.
Very true.
A lot of people don't look at it the same way.
Situational shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of situational
I still know what the fuck
ships.
that means to this day. I like saying it because it sounds long and
Yeah,
profound.
yeah.
I don't like fucking with it too much because like I don't know what it fucking means. That's why I don't throw it out in no sentences. I don't treat it like it's a spelling bee competition. Situational ship. Could you give me the origin, please? Motherfuckers couldn't tell the origin, but it's just like repeating a lot of shit.
I mean, you guys in a relationship? No, it's some we got something going on. When it's what do you mean you got something going on? What's
Communication is free. Use that shit, people. Be like, yo, you know what the fuck is going on? Have a conversation.
Let us know.
And then, like I said, some people put words behind a lot of shit.
Right.
Like apologies.
Yeah.
They'll say, we're together. Just you and I, us against the world. And if you wait, you give it time after they said some shit, and then you see your proof like, motherfucker, you told us us against the world, and you're not doing that.
You're not doing that.
Then you say the person's all full of shit. But if they say like it's us against the world, and you see them like rock solid, presented, cleaned up behavior, moving forward and stuff, you're like, okay,
I rock
just
with
give it some time.
Yeah.
Give it some time. I think my favorite relationship specialist besides you is Kevin Samuels. I love Kevin.
He's up there with me.
Yes.
He's up there with me.
The only reason why you beat Kevin Samuels in my book, whatever,
Yeah.
there's a lot of random fuckers and stuff out there, and they claim they're relationship specialists and stuff, whatever. And I was like, yawn. I yawn. There's some guy, his name is Derek Jackson.
Right.
The muscle bound dude is in a car.
Yeah.
Bruh, all your followers should have bought you a studio. I'm sorry, man. You can come at me if you like, whatever. At Sofa King Marvelous. They should have bought you a fucking studio.
Bought him something.
Something. You're doing these confessional shit from your car. I'm not buying it. There's no proof of it. Tony Roberts, look at Tony Roberts. Tony Roberts is a motivational speaker. This motherfucker selling sold out shows. He's in like a Marnie suit. Yo,
listen, man.
The proof is in the pudding. I'm not saying you gotta buy a suit, dude, but
Yeah.
yo, show me something to get behind.
We need to know. We need to know.
What's stopping me from being you?
Right. Because I got a car. I got a car. I go sit down in right now.
I go do a few push-ups in the wife beater and stuff out there. Throw a little baby oil on the chest. Ladies, don't let these guys just fuck you without giving you dinner. That's it. So this is it. Kevin Samuels, he's not tactful.
Nah.
He's
He
the type
raw.
He
raw.
Oh, he's
Super raw.
yo. He's not even touching the stove. This shit is
super
just
raw.
like straight cut from the damn animal. Raw. You know? So I was looking at him like, yo, this dude, he'll go in.
But you know what the funny thing is?
What's up?
Tons of women follow.
Because they like it.
They just they live the raw, brutal, honest truth.
Yo,
Is that
I think, okay. A lot of women chase, nah, I'm not speaking for all women. A good portion of women
right?
chase a high value man.
Yeah,
High value man, I guess in his case and stuff is men that make over 6 figures, kind of financially take care of themselves, and they have a career.
right.
And a lot of women would chase that, whatever. That's why I always feel like it's a thing where we raised our children wrong, and we need to change and evaluate the way we look at our kids.
Right, right.
My favorite line and stuff, whatever, I heard it like even last week sometime. Satisfy you. I can't impress you with the cars and the wealth, because any woman will and drive or get it herself.
Yeah.
I don't think some people have taught these things to their daughters. Fuck, I seen a BMO commercial and stuff, whatever, when they're telling you like, we don't teach our little girls that much like about how to deal with money and finances.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why a good portion of our little girls end up becoming women that lean on men with the finances. So when there's some positions and stuff where the lady went to go get like in a commercial I seen, she went to go get a house or do some things pertaining to her house.
Yeah.
The maintenance guy's like, where's your husband? Where's your man?
Right, right.
And like how, you know, some women be like, oh, they don't take their car to the mechanics.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we've come and stuff, whatever. We got to hold both sides of the spectrum and stuff proper.
Yeah.
The same mechanic who became a mechanic and he was a boy, we should have raised him to let it be known and stuff. Women can bring their cars to get fixed. We don't need to gouge women for these prices.
Right.
And the same way we need to raise our little girls and stuff to let them know, like, you need to know the fuck about a car.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't just say, oh, my man someday will take care of that, or that's a man's job.
Yeah.
You're going to get in some situations. Back to Kevin now, I look at it stuff as that, yo, right now, it's a shock value thing.
Right, right.
It's a shock value.
Yeah.
So the shock value is fucking people up. Not fucking me up. It's fucking entertaining to me.
Oh, it's
like,
hilariously entertaining.
I mean, what?
Sometimes I'll be watching and I'll be saying to myself,
Why do you call?
I'm like, bitch, you still on the line.
Why are you on? Yo, hang up.
You still there?
Hang up. Yo, the man said, how tall are you? Remember? How tall are you? 5'4". How much you weigh? 180. Stay with your fucking husband. And I was like, yo, he Honda.
You know what it reminds me of? I mean, yeah, you've seen the Flintstones, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've seen the majority of the episodes. Have you ever seen the one where Fred is in an office? And I think he's in there with his boss, and he's sitting there, and his boss is belittling him. And every time the boss says something, he just shrinks smaller
Yeah.
and smaller.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with some of those women who are on the phone with this dude. Cause he be going in and he be going hard.
Some people need to get their bubble popped.
This is true.
Some people are riding high and stuff for them until they get their bubble popped.
Yeah.
Right. I think this is part of the humility thing we were talking about like last week and stuff, whatever, like pertaining to like me.
Right.
My thing is I'm not riding high, right? And my thing is stuff is I just want to do what I gotta do. But some people will stuff they're like, no, they ain't doing shit, and they riding high.
Yeah.
And then they be like, they don't even take a pen. They fucking take a sword and pow and just can't stay shit. And they're like, yo, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Say something.
Some people and that's the thing with her, because even like the one chick that they showed her, because he was on a video chat with her.
You're right.
He's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see yourself? She's like, I'm like, when I'm put together, I'm like a 7, 8. And he's like, nah, you a 5.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
end chat. Just end chat. End video. It's end video.
Yeah.
No. She stayed. So,
And they stay.
glutton for punishment, man.
They stay. I'm like, yeah, just hang up the phone. Girl, just hang up.
Okay,
Girl.
let me ask you this. Is it a man? Okay, I want to say like in a straight relationship,
Right.
is it a man's choice to date a younger woman, or is it a woman's choice to date an older man?
In a straight relationship.
Yeah. Because I feel like
that's
it's
a
more
question.
common like that. Like I want to say what I've seen from like certain type of gay couples
Right.
or the LGBT world.
Right.
Then they you might have a sugar daddy sugar daddy and sugar boy or and all that type of stuff, whatever.
Right.
But I feel like it's more common in the straight
in the
world,
heterosexual
in the heterosexual world.
Right.
Right? So is it by choice? Because hear me out. Before you answer, I was in high school. And when I was in high school, some of the hot chicks, they want to date a high schooler.
Oh no, that's been
They
forever.
had grown ass dudes come pick them up.
That's been forever. It's
Okay.
been the case since I was in high school.
Go
It's
ahead.
been the case since
Go ahead.
my sisters them in high school.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, listen. I think it's one of those situations where women just look at men their age and younger, not to be on that maturity level as they are, and they feel in order to be in order to be in a relationship where they can have that communication, they got to go to somebody who's more mature.
Gotcha. So it's more of a woman's. It's a woman's choice
Yeah.
to date an older man.
Yeah.
So
And I think older men are just flattered at the fact that
a younger
a
woman.
younger woman is approaching them.
Hold on. Let me dig in my whole bag real quick. Come think about all the times I got approached by younger women.
It's flattering. I find it flattering. I'd be like, girl,
It
you know,
is-
girl, you know how that could be.
I'm flattered if women approach me in general.
In general.
Or
In general.
compliment me
Yes.
and everything in general. But I get scared that I'm going to jail for R. Kelly. Like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's my thing.
I mean, I'm never ever acting upon the approach, but I'm flattered. You understand? Whereas,
these guys are acting on it.
but these guys is they I mean they nuts. But on the opposite spectrum, right? I can see an older woman passing by me and looking at me and saying, you look like a snack. I'm on. I got here.
I'd be like, what kind, baby? Snickers with all the veins in it. Yo,
Right.
with the thick veins.
I'm not flattered at that. I'm like, oh yeah. She just at that age where she know what she want. She want it now, and she ain't afraid to go get it. Older woman. Then you're looking at yourself as
But it's. I look at it like. Besides 90 Day Fiance, I think probably 90 Day Fiance has shined a light to me about like the older women out here. Cause they're looking like, yo, I'm looking for like somebody that can just love me.
Yeah.
And they go scoop like these young ass immigrant dudes from another place and bring them over
right.
for that set purpose and stuff. And then I'm like, yeah, but in a regular day setting, hell, I'll be out here. I'll see like some Claire Huxtable types and everything like that, you know? I don't see no ring. Shooters gonna shoot.
Yeah.
They're like,
Go ahead, shoot your shot.
little boy, you need to calm down. I'm old enough to be your mom. See? The older women don't want us younger guys like that.
Nah,
Compared
that's
to how older guys want younger women.
But this is what I'm saying. You only have to you have to let them approach you when they not that old, cause you don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Some women, you can wait forever and stuff before a
might
woman
wait
tells you she
forever.
want to touch your dick.
You might wait forever.
So I don't know. Okay, let me ask you this. Could you date somebody that you weren't physically attracted to?
That I was not physically attracted to.
So let's say, for example,
Nah, I don't think so.
let's say, no, I want to leave him alone. I don't want to call him out no more.
Nah, you leave him alone. I'm saying no. I would not date anybody.
No,
I'm not
but-
physically attracted to.
Why?
I think that's
person-
part of
person can- go
that's
ahead.
part of a relationship. I would think there has to be some sort of physicality involved.
Really?
Yeah.
So on paper, set woman and stuff, whatever, matches you to everything you do.
Mhm.
You're a producer. She's a singer.
Okay.
She everything like yo. What is it? What's the Jamaican expression? I always fuck up. Whatever. Every hole has its peg or something like that. Is that what it is? So-
It sounds
like a little- like
sounds like something I would have heard before.
Yeah,
I don't know if
something
you
like
quite,
that.
I don't know if you quite got it right, but I
My
get the
patois
gist.
sucks,
I
man.
got the gist.
I leave the patois to you on the show.
got the gist of
But
it.
it's along those lines that there's a perfect match for everyone.
Right.
And what if she's just not that looking type? She's not the perfect match for you?
No, but that's gonna be hard, man.
I don't know how. We're
If
living
we're not physically attracted to each other, right?
we have Blue Chew Viagra. We got honey. You're like, yo,
But if we're not,
we got these performance enhancement
if we're not-
things.
yeah, but if is it true though? Is it gonna be true if we gotta, enhance the performance? Could you imagine? Like, could you imagine? You imagine everything else except physicality. Could you imagine how terrible your nighttime is every night?
Turn off the lights and get some pussy. Doom, 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 doom.
You're gonna have to concentrate really hard to let your soldier grow. 'Cause
You're a mean guy.
you're gonna going in there with a floppy disk, trying to reboot.
Reboot. Like, I don't know. I look at it. I look at it stuff as that. I think it's we've put so much on look aspect.
Yeah.
Where it's really like taking a toll whether we like it or not on like insecurities.
Yeah.
To a different type of level, because yo, I don't give a fuck if you don't like my woman from what she looks like.
Yeah.
But my thing and stuff is that I feel like, hey,
But-
the way you make me feel.
But here's the thing, though. When you say, okay, looks and physical attraction is for me is two different things.
Okay.
So when you say
So
physically attracted to somebody,
Yeah.
if I'm not physically attracted to somebody, then
why?
if
Why? What's in the physical attraction what you're not attracted? Looks is not part of that.
looks can play a role, but there's some women out there that are not the prettiest women in the world, but they ooze sex appeal. So it's like I think physical attraction is a combination of things. It's
So-
not-
so-
I don't
so
wouldn't-
list them.
I wouldn't necessarily.
List
Okay,
them.
so sex appeal, one, right?
Yeah.
Somewhat appealing looks, because you don't have to be drop dead gorgeous, right?
Somewhat appealing. That sounds physical. Okay. Sex appeal isn't physical, but okay, that's physical.
Attitude,
Okay.
right?
That's not physical.
And emotional.
That's nothing to do with physical. That's it. Physically attracted. That's personality.
Yeah.
Sex appeal could be kind of taught to an extent. Some people, they're just natural with it without even trying because they've become in a state of mimicry.
Yeah.
For the longest, it's kind of like, I don't say you believe in the lie, but you've been doing something for so long, it's become second nature.
Yeah.
So when I say like sex appeal and stuff is like that, that's not a physical type of thing.
But I can be physically attracted to that.
To sex appeal, that's not
Yeah.
physical.
I can be physically attracted to if somebody has.
Are you high?
If somebody has sex appeal, right?
Yeah.
And I want to jump them, is that not a physical attraction?
No, because that means they can have sex appeal in the dark.
And if they have sex appeal in the dark,
They have sex appeal in the
and
dark,
I-
and
and I jump to attack them.
and they're not the type of woman that you would even sleep with, like physically. But their sex appeal and stuff is off the charts in the dark. You're still fucking. Turn off the lights.
yeah, but I'd be physically attracted.
How? You can't see shit in the dark.
I mean, I can't really see shit.
You're in a pitch black darkness. You can't see shit.
But I'm physically attracted. The physicality of me, I'm attracted. My dick stand up, that's physical. I'm going to I want to feel that person, that's physical.
Guy, boy,
I'm physically attracted.
folks at home, Not Your Average Joseph will be running for office, political office soon. Stand by. Because the bullshit he just spit just a while ago, yo, you got my vote.
I don't know why you said. If I'm physically attracted to somebody,
You
it's
can't
not-
see. You're in the dark.
but
You're
it's
in the.
never gonna
Hold
be
on.
based- It's never going to be based upon looks. This is what I'm telling you. My physical attraction. Yes, I mean.
So that
look
means
at
you can be with somebody that you're not physically attracted to, because you can't see the person, but they're oozing with sex appeal in the dark.
But I just-
you know it's a
But I
woman,
just said I can't. No, there has to be some physical. I have to be attracted to something.
but you can't. Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
So what am I attracted to then?
Personality and aura.
But okay.
So you can be with
What if
somebody.
what if she has a smoking body? That's physical.
That's physical.
Okay. So so let's say I'm attracted to her body then.
That's physical. You're attracted to her body.
Right. Okay.
That's physical.
So then it doesn't necessarily have to do with looks then.
What are you basing on looks on?
Face.
That's one aspect of it.
Right.
So now we're talking about, let's go face, breast, butt.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
So I'm physically attracted to breast
face.
and butt.
Yeah.
She's not a good looker.
Right.
Right.
But you're still attracted to her breasts and her booty.
Yeah.
So it's still physical.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Now we take said person,
Right.
put him in a pitch black darkness.
Right.
You can't see breast and butt.
Can't see breast or butt.
You can't see breast and butt.
Right.
You're still attracted to her before you touch her?
If I know what it already looks like.
Right here. Oh boy.
How am I gonna end up in a dark room with somebody I've never seen before and ready to get the visit? Obviously, I'm gonna know what it looks like, Mara. No.
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 She just appeared and pitched. She a gin. She a genie. She a genie.
You're in a blackout in the place and stuff, whatever. It's pitch black darkness and stuff, whatever. You like, hello?
All right.
Hello?
Okay. Pitch dark place, right? I can't see her. She can't see me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she moves forward and we're both naked. She moves forward and she touches my chest and she has the softest hands possibly imaginable. And that touch alone is enough to send shockwaves through my body.
Okay.
That's physical?
Yes.
Okay.
That's physical.
That's physical.
Because she used good Am's lotion. And paraffin hand dips. Why her hands so fucking soft and mint.
She used Shea's P Creative
Perfect time for it.
before she rubbed you down.
Perfect time. I told you, this is my favorite politician. Y'all need to vote for him
Before
when
she
he's
rubbed
ready.
you down.
Y'all need to vote for him when he's ready. That's all I'm saying. All right, man. Let's get to the question of the week,
Question of the week.
man. You know what? I got a fucking question of the
You
week.
got a question?
Let's remix this
All
shit,
right.
whatever.
All right, let's
Since
do
this.
Let's do this.
All right. You're on a boat, right?
Yeah.
10 miles off the shore, right? With a woman. And you're out on the boat and stuff with her. And she said, yo, I need you to eat this cooch.
Okay.
She removes her bikini bottom,
Right.
right? As soon as she removes the bikini bottom, it smells like a sanitation warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Fucking fish are just dying from the aroma. Then you're like, I don't know about all of this.
Right.
She come out the bikini top with a tutu,
Yeah.
with a gun.
Yeah.
She's like, either you eat it or you swim.
Where am I now? How far is it?
10 miles off the shore.
You're not leaving with much choice here, Mark.
You're damn right I'm not.
10 miles off the shore.
Shark-infested waters.
How's my physicality at the time?
The best. Michael Phelps on steroids.
Michael Phelps on
Michael
steroids?
Phelps on steroids.
10 miles.
10 miles, dog. I didn't say 10 kilometers.
All right. I'm gonna have to look up Michael Phelps stats. To see if it's physically possible.
Oh, I'm
To
hot.
see if it's physical possible. Otherwise, other than that, I'm eating still fish.
Yo. I'm eating stale fish, too. Oh, my side. Oh, fuck. Oh, this car accident needs to get off my life.
That shit's funny.
The best that I'm eating stale fish. I'm eating that shit with tears because
shit
ain't no way about to drown. I'm not to be on no
shit is
Discovery
funny.
Channel, no milk carton.
Look, man.
Yo.
I'm gonna carry that one to my grave and be back to the shore.
Yo,
safe
I
and
just want to
sound.
get back to the shore safe as
Safe and
possible.
sound.
Safe and sound, man. No, because you know what made me even think of that? One day, recently, you know, with every show going on, like COVID style, like shows.
Right.
Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Dolly Parton was on Jimmy Fallon the
Oh,
other day.
shoot.
And it was around Valentine's Day
Yeah.
coming up. And she said when she was 17, she had the worst Valentine's Day ever. She said when she was 17, a dude kind of, you know, trying to bust a move on her and everything like that. He's like, country girl.
Yeah.
He's like, if we're not fucking, you can get out and walk in the woods.
Right.
Woods full of bears and bobcats.
Yeah.
And she walked. She chose to get out the car and walk. I'm like, I don't know though. Like, I'd have been like, if you take me to a hotel, I might change my mind.
Change your mind.
And once I get to like civilization,
Yeah.
then I'd be like, no, I'm not fucking you.
Yeah,
no
cut.
more.
You
Yeah, but I'm
yeah.
like, you just gonna get out. You just gonna take your chance with Mother Nature. You can negotiate with a human. You can't negotiate with an animal now. You're gonna negotiate with the sharks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, please don't eat me.
Yeah.
Let me hold on to this fin and carry me to shore.
Yeah, so
I
you're looking for an episode of Free Willy or something like that.
see a nigga riding on 2 sharks.
Yo, you need your own TV show after that. Fuck that. Let's get to the Ask the Sons and slide up out of here, man. Ask the Sons question comes from Negan2020. That's a fucked up name.
What up,
remember Negan from Walking Dead?
Yeah.
What do you low-key judge people on?
Dirty sneakers.
Yeah. What if they got all black Air Forces?
They gangsta.
They some ex-cons. You can't tell if it's dirty. What if you see some mud or some salt stains on it? I don't know. I low-key judge people. I think it's comedy.
Yeah.
Whatever they find kind of funny. Because I'm always afraid when people like try to show me something funny.
Yeah.
I'd rather for you to DM it to me or send it to me and then let me be the judge.
Right.
Whatever in my own time. But if you're like, oh shit, look at these 2 midgets backflipping.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to show me, I look at you, you're like, you got that, like you can't hold yourself back and be like, little people backflip too. Like, what the fuck is so funny about that? I low key judge people on. Sneakers too, though.
Sneakers too.
I can't talk to a chick in 30 kicks.
Nah.
I feel like her cooch is dirty.
That's sacrilegious. You got dirty kicks.
Yeah, I was like, how dare you? You couldn't get a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser at least, something?
You can't take care of your cleaners. I don't even. Who knows what else you can't take care of?
Facts.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Names for Lames. What's the biggest red flag that stopped you from having sex?
That spoiled fish smell.
Yeah.
And there's a callback, folks.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to get in with this one girl.
Yeah.
Back then I called it my coochie test. Whatever, right? So I would suck.
Young boys out here.
Young warriors, listen up.
Listen up.
I would suck the left titty. That's on my left side. And I would touch vagina with the right hand.
All right.
Right?
Left titty, right hand action.
Right. Yeah. So now, eventually I just do a few little clit rubs.
Yeah.
And I'll come back up with the hand and grip the right titty.
So you got the rubbing grip.
I got
rubbing grip.
I got rubbing grip. So now if I catch like an aroma coming from that side, I'm like, I'm like, act like I'm gonna go suck that titty. Like just grab the titty.
Yeah.
Don't touch the nipple. So just like you're gonna suck the nipple, like lick the nipple, and then you just
and then come in and
catch a whiff. Catch a whiff of the, and like, all right, it's safe. But one chick, she didn't pass the test. I'm like, fuck, I want to do this right now. But my mom, I told her I would drive her to the mall. Are you fucking serious? Right now, Mark? Right now? I'm like, I'll be right back. Let me just take her and I'll come right back. I didn't go back.
Yeah, I did the smell test once, and I don't even know what.
I didn't channel my inner Kevin Samuels to tell her she need to wash her stankin' vagina.
She need to wash her cooch.
Yeah.
Don't come back over here with the cooch like that.
No, I went to her house.
Oh, you went to her house.
You can't bring every.
You went to her house.
You gotta be certified to come to the house.
To her house, and the cooch was still like that.
Right? You would think you know where you get it in.
Oh man.
But this is an impromptu moment. Look, a woman told me a long time ago. She said, if my bra and panties match, guess what? I plan to have sex before you did. Now, if the bra and panties don't match stuff, congratulations, you caught her off guard. So some things probably caught her off guard. One thing led to another, and there we were. But, oh, man, it smelled like a warm turtle tank.
Listen, man. I mean, your mom always say, make sure you got on clean underwear because you never know what can happen to you when you go out in the street.
I know that's right. I know that's friggin' right. Last question comes from Maximilian. what financial advice would you give to young people? Look, we're giving, it's not even free game, it's common sense,
Yeah.
but to the young people might consider it free game because they're still young.
Yeah.
What financial advice would you give to young people?
I would say ignore the advice that our foreparents gave us and think that it's all about saving. Look into investing your money. Try to grow your money. I
Yeah.
think making your money work for you
Yep.
is a lesson that I wish I had somebody tell me when I was, you know what I mean, just starting off, trying to get myself together. And just learn how to be financially literate. Yeah.
I would say, however young you are, hopefully you're old enough for a credit card, get a credit card and just do small charges and just pay that shit off immediately.
Right.
Help grow your credit. Credit means everything in the world we live in now.
Yeah.
And the other thing is stuff, yeah, I agree. I echo what you said. Like, you gotta let your money work for you because it never makes sense to me how you have some people work like 2 or 3 jobs and they're still struggling to make shit work. I'm like, and then when it comes to tax time, they gotta pay out the ass and stuff
yeah.
and then some, whatever. I'm like, you're that whole equation, working multiple jobs, something is definitely wrong with that.
I was listening to something. I think it was an investor dude, but it was on the Breakfast Club. And he was basically saying how
Oh no, those 2 guys, they have a financial podcast.
they have a financial podcast.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the guys, he was basically saying like, you know, the myth of working hard, right? Will get you to where you want to go. And
Yeah.
he's like, man, I know people who work the same thing you're saying.
Yeah.
Work 2, 3, 4 jobs, not making as much as a person working one job, shit, not even making enough to cover their bills. That's why they're doing the 2, 3 jobs.
Absolutely.
Whereas, you know what I mean, if you put your money to work for you, at least you're alleviating some of that strain.
Right.
And it's just that, man, we were the things that we weren't taught. I look at my mom and what she was able to do with just the limited education that she had in regards to just, you know, buying property and so forth and like that. And I was like, man, if she really knew the things that we know today, man, she would have been right. But it's just like, who is she gonna learn that from? Her parents didn't know that.
Correct.
Her parents was just on that same, you save today for tomorrow.
It gets to a point, but like, reach one, teach one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And if you have no one to teach you and stuff, then you should be able to at least teach something. I remember, it's a side note, but I remember I seen this old martial arts movie and stuff, whatever, where the guy said, I think there's like 15. He is the grandmaster. He's the 16th grandmaster from whatever martial arts discipline it was.
Right.
And he said, and there's 16 killing techniques, right? And he said, once you become a grandmaster, you have to have a killing technique to pass on to the new generation.
To the new generation, got it.
So the thing and stuff is that once you come and achieve to a specific point, you got to have something to pass on and to teach.
Right.
And the thing and stuff is that, yes, if your mom wasn't educated and stuff to that extent, whatever she mastered her craft in,
She passed on.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. And then I just gotta take basically whatever she passed on, whatever I come to knowledge, combine that on to a nice
Pass
little
the-
gift package and pass that on to the next
To your
generation coming up.
exactly. Done deal. All right, man. So say the sons for the week. So say the sons for the week.
Sons.
Stop being reactive and start being proactive. So say
says
the sons. Yo, I feel like a lot of people and stuff, they're, instead of doing themselves any justice, they're kind of just fucking shit up.
Yeah.
They're not helping themselves in any space, shape, or form. They're just kind of just igniting all these types of fuels instead of building things. Don't break shit, build shit.
Right.
It has to start somewhere. And you got to look within yourself first and then start from there.
Agreed.
All right. Once again, folks, thank you again for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Salute to PK. P Creative.
Thank you once again for the Toronto-born swag, the candles, and the personal items. Again, we'll post all this stuff on our IG page, Facebook page. You got the YouTube information. So yeah.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
The Podical signs with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.